This is your last saving grace. Dr. Ray. They sent somebody to you all humble and meek and all quiet, and you ran over them, took advantage of them. Usurped all of their fucking knowledge from them and didn't even apply it into your life. Right? Then they came with somebody, he said, Boo Haram, you're not. Yeah, come on, let's just mute you. Can't even show your face. You a coward. Don't respond to no coward. You just blew your opportunity. Good luck, baloney boy, Oscar Mayer. Me. But they blow that window of opportunity. They send somebody else. Hey, let's send a female to them. They send a female to your ass. What you do? You try to smell her booty. Try to take advantage of her. Try to waste her time. She's telling you who she is, and you keep rejecting it. Then what happens next? You still in there playing and quivering in your fucking room and sending out signals to you don't even know what the fuck you sending a signal to. And your dearly departed hear your ass. And they see like, damn, this nigga in tune with his dearly departed. Hey, can you get your grandson to talk to my great-grandson? His life is hell. He's going to end up on the... He's going to end up in a meth den. Somebody going to hit him with that fentanyl. I seen it. Because see, those beings that know that they didn't transition, they have a big picture of what's going on this side. And they're vibrating at a more accelerated rate than you are. So us down here in the visible end of the spectrum, those beings that's in the turquoise end of the spectrum, right? Off-world, listen, they look back into this world in 3 dimensions, through you, through the course of the ground, in the sky. And they see what the fuck you doing. And you look like a still portrait to them. That's how slow you're vibrating and compared to the beings in the spiritual dimension. You vibrating very slow. And they can see the path that you're heading down. And they want to negate you from going down that wrong path. And you not listening. They done sent all signs and indicators and messages. They done sent all type of promptings and innuendos through these social media sites, through the billboards, through the radio, through the television, and you still ain't paying attention. Because you ain't in alignment with yourself. So they said, man, we need somebody that can really give it to their ass. And they send you to me. I'm going to knock on your head like Biff from fucking Back to the Future when he was like, McFly, McFly. And knock on your fucking head. To make sure that you get this. Because ain't nobody here, hey man, going on out there and wait for a doomsday date. Only doomsday date I'm waiting for is the one next year with the Avengers. Avengers doomsday. That's the only doomsday I'm waiting for. Right? She said, I'm ready. All right, Virginia. All right, loved one. Come see me. Right? You can go to the website or get in my inbox and leave your mathematics. Anybody that makes purchases with me, you get a consultation. I'm going to talk to you, right? You can have your own personal Q&A for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half if you're not just rambling. Right? But and don't be shocked when I call you. That goes for anybody that makes purchases. The last few people was kind of shocked and surprised, like, oh man, he called me. Like, yeah, I call everybody. I want to know who I'm dealing with. And I want you to know who you dealing with, right? Because this is not cosplay. You're looking at a Netaru in the flesh. I am a Nefertum, a Baruti. And fuck my doubters and my haters. I ain't got nothing but divine love for them too. They just mad that they wasn't capable of doing what I'm doing. They doing too much thinking and not enough doing. You hear me? They doing a whole bunch of thinking, but they ain't doing shit. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant. I'm saying it to be truthful, because we having a profound impact on this reality. We having a profound impact on the afterlife, and now I'm starting to have a profound impact on the dream realm. I'm affecting the dream realm. I know how to collapse time on itself. Things is capitulated out for me the way that they are because I'm operating beyond the terror matrix. That's what happened when you work on yourself increments at a time. It's been 29 years. That's 10 bouts of 1089. So what's the terror matrix? The terror matrix is the visible end of the spectrum. Terra is the name of the planet. Matrix. Many tricks within the planet. And they're layered with a pentagram and a hexagram, which are tetragrammatrons, which are interlocking symbols. Like when they show you the Moorish flag, that's an interlocking star. When they show you the hexagram, that's an interlocking hexagram. That's not the shield of David. That's an interlocking hexagram. They're putting hexes and they're binding you to pentagrams. And they're using goat blood to vet beings into this dimension through these portals that they're setting up. Demonic spirits that drop down from the angelic. They got kicked out the angelic realm. And they want to come down into the visible spectrum and fuck with you. Right? And torment you and distract you and detract you. And to keep you in a perpetual cycle of keep being born in this reality. You buying into that shit. I'm telling you, I just had a cousin that passed. May the ancestors be with him. My cousin Nod. We got the same exact birthday. That was my nigga. I couldn't make it out to his funeral, but I burnt a heap of ancestor money for that brother. I'm pouring libations for him every day. He ain't been gone 2 weeks, and I done venerated him. He good. He let me know, like, hey, cousin, hey, I'm good, man. Shit. Hey, thank you. He stuttering. Shouts out to Nod. That's my nigga, man. Right? Thank you, cousin. That shit mean a lot. When my grandmother passed me, I burned so much ancestor money, put up a plate of food, some fried chicken with no salt on it. Got some peas, made her favorite little dish and put that shit up there with a bowl of peppermint. And kept pouring them libations out for her. I did a whole cup just for her. Try to bridge her out of that dementia. She still was dealing with bouts of dementia once she crossed over. My grandfather, may the ancestors be with him. He always brings beings to me to help from our family. First person, that's when I knew I had the ability to make that connection. Because see, I'm not trying to deal with your family. I deal with my family, right? So this one night, my granddad, this is how I found out about ancestor money. My granddaddy came into my bedroom, and I got these French doors on my bedroom, and he opened up the doors and shit. Don't you know how you be dreaming about your domicile or your bedroom and shit? I looked, I'm thinking it's one of my children opening the door. It's my granddaddy. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, granddaddy? He just looked at me like he's like signaled for me to come out the bedroom. I come out the bedroom and it's real dark. And all of a sudden, I seen a big ass hand, like the size of a body, push the girl into the moonlight. And I looked, and she was very beautiful. I didn't know who she was. And my granddaddy looked at me and said, help her. And then he disappeared. And I said, how can I help you? And the being stepped in front of her, this big ass gargantuan looking motherfucker, and said, we need $86 quadrillion and we will let her go. I said, what the fuck? I said, how I'm gonna get $86 quadrillion? This not even this a dream realm. How I'm gonna get that here? And I woke up. And that same day, my homeboy Ren, shouts out to Ren, he hit me up and started asking me what I knew about ancestor money. And I said, not much, man. Tell me about it. He started telling me what he knew. I started pulling it up. I looked up online and I went to Amazon. They had the Jade Emperor big guns. And it said $86 quadrillion. I said, oh shit. This is what she was talking about. So what I did was I ordered it, and that next day I burnt it. I could hear them saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? And then I started hearing Stevie Wonder. Boom, boom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Doom, 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 boom, boom, boom. Doom, 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 boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? It was going down. And I'm just rocking with them. I started crying and shit because I could feel how good they was feeling. All of a sudden, listen, right? Listen, all of a sudden, I get tagged in a live from my beloved brother. I don't know if you listening. Akir El Bay. Me and Akir went to high school together, right? Some odd 20, 30 years ago. He tagged me in the live while I'm jamming. And I'm crying and shit. I get on the fucking live and he had a wedding reception and they dancing to the same fucking song. I just broke down boo-hooing like a baby right in front of my altar. I started liking the live. Listen, the brother gets off the live and calls me and starts telling me about Reiki and how he done tapped into Reiki some type of way. And he wanted to do something to me. He wanted to send me some energy. And I allowed that to happen. All of that shit happened from my granddaddy making that, what's the name? But and that was the first time that it happened. And at this juncture, that was about 15 years ago when that took place. Just to give you guys a scope of how long I've been doing what I've been doing. So for all you skeptical ass niggas, all of you trolls, you know what I mean? All I could tell you is, bless your heart. Shouts out to Kiki. Chosen 18888. You know, that's what they say in Alabama when your ass a little slow. Oh, bless your heart, right? But y'all have no clue the type of connections that I do have. And you don't know the ramification of making a mockery of someone like me and the spiritual ranking that I hold in the spiritual universe. Because you ain't doing shit. You sitting there in here castigating me in a negative light on my platform. Go do that shit on your platform. You can't. You don't even have enough influence over yourself. But you want to come in here and disrupt this live, who's in the company of people that want to be influenced in a positive way and want to have an impact on this world in a positive way. Right? Because more than doers, we are deciders. And your decisions determine your destiny. And destiny is the prefix to the word destination. And if you don't have a destination in mind, your anywhere will get you there, called nowhere. The journey to nowhere. They threw that in your face when you watch Avengers Endgame and what's the other one? The Infinity War and all that. They said, oh, we got to go to nowhere. I said, go to nowhere? Yeah, it's a place called nowhere. We got to go there. Right? That's where a lot of people headed, nowhere. Because they don't want to know. If you don't know, then where will get you there? You hear me? There's a lot of people on the path to nowhere. You ask them what type of connect, what spirit, what forces are guiding you. Oh shit, the ancestors. That's real. That's a real easy response. The ancestors, which ones? Oh, all of them. That's a person that's playing with you. Some beings will say, yeah, I'm under the guidance of the archangels. Which one? I think Michael. The second you say, I think, it's like, okay, I know you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Because the archangel Gabriel came and paid me a visit, right? I done had a visit from an angel. Came to my crib more than once. And my son bear witness to it. This shit is some real shit. Said he just said Gabriel. Yeah, man. Hey, it's for Archangel Gabriel is no joke. This shit is for real. And see, it's levels to this. And you got to be willing to address the deficits within your own consciousness and align yourself with your own oversoul first. Then you could communicate effectively with the beings that's coursing through your veins. Then you could communicate effectively with the elements of your planet. Then you could communicate effectively with the planet. Then you could communicate effectively with your sun. Then you could receive the plasmatic charges that are being ejected from the sun, right? Through the ionic activity, which gets accelerated when you take off your shoes and your socks and you place the balls of your feet into the ley lines of the earth, right? It starts to distribute negative ions into the body. And this promotes electrolyte activity in the body and plasma into the body. And when negative ions begin to move, they create magnetic fields in the body. And those magnetic fields begin to repel the free-forming bacteria that show up in your body. You follow? Refer to my book, The Raynology of Alkaline Water. It's free for download once you once you come into our community, right? Once you come into the community, all that stuff is available to you. That, the relationship with oneself, you know, shouts out to 210. He put the whole library of the Right Knowledge series of the books that Dr. York wrote, my Supreme Grandmaster Teacher. You get all that. You can just download all that shit. And shouts out to Ricky Rodriguez. He added so many PDF books and so much shit in there. Like, it's ridiculous. We have a database of information over the last 3 years that could take you from here until your ass had grandkids. And for the people that got the subscriber pads, I know you ain't watched all them damn videos I uploaded. If you have, you a bad motherfucker. Right? But we out here doing our Father's work in a real way. Shouts out to Real. I ain't playing. See, a lot of people, they want to play. Their daddy ain't smack them upside their head. A lot of them ain't grow up with their daddy in the house. You know what I'm saying? So I got a daddy, a lot of you niggas. Yeah, you're welcome, Virginia. I look forward to meeting you, right? Or speaking with you. But this not a game, man. For all y'all youngers, because we got a lot of young brothers in the group. Shouts out to Jonas. Shouts out to Shamari and Spazzo and Eris. Who else we got young? Got a couple of other young brothers in there. Forgive me if Dejon Smith, and his consort. They both inside of the group. You know, I got a few couples in the group. Said I'll be joining soon. Yeah, we've been waiting on you, Zay. You've been waiting on you, right? But we ain't been waiting on you, but we've been waiting on you. Yeah, that's right, Ibby. Ian, thank you, dear eyes. Thank you, DD. That's my DD. Right? But we got a lot of young brothers in the group. We need young sisters in the group. We need some young sisters before y'all go dwelling to the house of whores. Because you think you got time. You don't have that time. Do not squander your youth, young sisters, for those that's listening. I can feel you on the other side of the wall. You don't have time. You listening to these old maids, and they just want, they gonna trip you up. They gonna trip you up because they tripped themselves up thinking that they had that time. Right? He says she said it to her daughters. Right on. They need to know. They need to get themselves into alignment so that they can get that proverbial Prince Charming. And I hate to use that term, but I know that's what people understand. Charm means to be enchanted or a spell to be cast upon somebody. And that's what happened to our women. And not just our women, all women. They got you looking for Prince Charmings. They're bedazzling you with their spells and their enchantments. And you don't be marrying no goddamn Prince Charming. You marrying the motherfucking the Zodiac killer of the fucking county jail. And producing demon seeds out of the children that you have. Because of the music that you're listening to and the spirits that you're putting in your body. You think you got time, the bullshit. Like, I just want to have some fun. No, you better want to get your ass married while you're young. Stop wanting to marry some dude. You 24 years old. Stop trying to marry some 24-year-old nigga. He trying to figure out life himself. You gonna make his life a living fucking hell. You better get you somebody that already got it figured out and that can commandeer your ass and hold you the fuck down. Instead of trying to get with somebody your age because he look good and he youthful. That shit gonna last about 3 years at most. 5 if you're lucky. Don't play yourself. I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you that. You hear me? Don't blow your youth. Ladies, your shelf life begins at the moment that you're born. Your value goes up from the moment that you're born. And it start going down the moment you turn 30. That shit start going into a decline. That shit ain't going into an incline. Because you can't have children after a certain age. And I don't care if you like to hear it or not. Men want to have some kids. They do. They want a son. I needed an heir. Y'all know about Game of Thrones? I need an heir. That's all they care about. I have to produce an heir. I need a son to carry my name. My name is Baratheon, third of my name. That's what these brothers want. Come on, man. This shit ain't rocket science. It is not rocket science. I seen the thing the other day with what's the little brother with the Napoleon complex? I like that nigga too. That's my guy. Was Tank Davis. And the girl talking about, oh, he beat my ass. Yeah, I bet he did beat your ass. He spending all that goddamn money on you. And you out here acting like you still want to have some fun and all that shit. He came and drug her ass from the little strip club that she worked at. You can't play both sides of the fence with these type of men, ladies. You don't have that type of time. I'm telling you. You don't have that type of time. Do what you came here to do. And that's reproduce and have children and raise a family. But someone that would appreciate it, right? Don't just give yourself up to anybody. Said not the one Ra or Ray. Said it's another son, name before that. Yeah, the name is Amun. Atun. Atun. Amun and Anun. Other names for the sun. Shamus. Right? Utu. It got a litany of names. Shamashan. But yeah, a lot of the young girls, they get scared. They don't be wanting to come into our community. They like, shit, I'll come back after I've been rolled hard and hung up wet. Don't nobody want me. And I done wasted the last 20 years of my life. And I got all these kids. I guess it's time for me to get myself in order. Don't do that to yourself. Because Dr. Red gonna be around doing this shit then. It might be Spazzo or somebody like that. And they really gonna get on your ass. They gonna rag the shit out of you. See, that's where y'all fucking up. Now I'm talking to the young girls now. I'm talking to you young girls. Now I want to be one of my students. Let one of my students be in this position 20 years from now. They gonna get on these women so tough and be like, you gonna act like my master teacher wasn't here teaching you this shit? Where was you at? They was taking me through there. I needed to get me a sugar daddy, and like, got all them damn kids and shit. You better stop playing. You was not no trust fund baby. You are not a trust fund. If you're not a trust fund baby and you run into a nigga that got M's, he gonna dance and play with you for a little while, but he gonna cast you to the side. I'm just keeping it tink. That's why you can't. Women that do get a brother that got a whole bunch of money, they lose that nigga. That's why they be wanting to take half of what he got. Like, I need all of this money. Because you didn't know what it took to keep that man. You're taking your social cues from whores. And that's for educational purpose only, TikTok. That's where you're taking your social cues from. Your semantics. The colloquialism that you're using. The delivery in your speech. A lot of that is coming from whores. I'm telling you, I done been on the blade. On both sides of the game. I know what I'm talking about. That's who y'all taking y'all social cues from, young ladies. I just gotta have it. We call them finish. The niggas that hustle in the street, we call them, finish line floozies. Chick won't talk to you till she see your ass riding in that 755 or that 765. You in that S550 or above. You riding in that Aston Martin. Now she ready to talk to you now. Ain't got a slug to her name, but she want to be your main dame. And then still be out there playing with other men too. No, you can't do that. You're not, shouts out to my man Anthony Davis for the Dallas Mavericks. The girl he married was a waitress at IHOP. Fellas, you want to find you a nice young girl, right? That you can have and hold for richer or poor, for better or for worse, and raise you a family with? Go to the Chick-fil-A. Don't go to the strip club. Go to Chick-fil-A. She working at Chick-fil-A. She at the Lowe's. I'm just keeping it 10K with you. She at the Home Depot. You hear me? She not at the strip club. She not at the clubs. All of those girls, they body count outweighs their age. Now I'm just keeping it 10K with y'all. But they, you know, thank you, little 50. We at 137. Let's tap that screen, man. Put a 9 in the comments section if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. I'll keep going because I don't want nobody to get offended, and I don't want nobody to suspend my live either. But y'all put a 9 and show the TikTok that, yo, man, we rocking with what this brother is saying. Right? Thank you guys for the 9s. But I'm sick of it. You brothers, to get on the young brothers. If you don't have your own car, if you don't have your own place of residence, if you're not making your own money out of your own business, stop having sexual intercourse. Stop ruining the lives of these other young girls because you got a fire in your loins. At least put on a rubber. If you can't do that, go get you a damn streetwalker. You want some recreational activity, go get a streetwalker. That's what they there for. They got call girls, and I don't know if it's still a back page or whatever, but whatever the fuck they got ways where you could pay for those type of services. If that's all you want to do. But get your affairs in order. Because you don't become a man until you 40. Anytime before that, you're not a man. You're learning how to be a man. But once you're 40, you'll become mature enough to show some restraint to your own self. You said they want it for free. No, man, everything costs. Even the girl that you take out on a date. See, they want some sex for free, but they don't got no sexual control. And they end up shooting up the club. It's like, oh, I'm pregnant. And now you want to go get an AB. And when you go get that AB, now you got a karmic ramification on your head. Because you wasn't willing to be, responsible for your thoughts, words, and actions. You're going to be held accountable for everything that you think, say, and do. You shot that club up, you need to raise that baby. And that's why I said y'all need to get you a vehicle. First, get you a license. There's a lot of niggas ain't got their license. You still catch a public transportation in your 30s. Everything that you're doing about life is all fucked up. You got it all fucking wrong. If you done made it into your 30s and you don't have a driver's license. That's what I implore for all the young men. They tell you too, like, yeah, Doc ain't lying. He's like, yo, man, go get your fucking license, nigga. You can't even get a real job until you get a damn license. Get your damn driver's license. Get you a vehicle while you're still staying with your mama and daddy. You better get your ass up. Somebody just need to give it to me. Ain't nobody gonna give you shit. Anybody that gives you anything, they are enabling you. They're prepping you to be a pussy ass nigga. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Somebody need to just give it to me. Nobody gonna give you shit. You gotta earn. So I told the being the other day, it's like, yo, how do you earn? I said, nigga, you gotta learn. Learners and earners. Right? That's what we dealing with in this great day and time. Learners and earners. Those that's ready to learn and those that's ready to earn based on what they learn. And it's hard to earn. You got to pay what you weigh. Because this is worth it's worth its weight in gold. And even more. And so are you. But you're not operating from that aspect of yourself. And ain't nobody just going to give you that because you say that you want it. You got to be found worthy to have it. And them windows of opportunities close in real quick on your ass. You think it's going to sit there and wait for you to stop procrastinating? Procrastination is the assassination of motivation. You got to be motivated and driven to progress. You got to want it for yourself. Can't nobody else want that shit for you. Or somebody else going to want something for you that you want for yourself. That don't even make no damn sense. Get out the fucking high chair and start living the fucking life, young man. And I know many of y'all don't have your damn daddy. So it's like, ah, shit. Your mama done chased their ass off. Tell the truth and shame the devil, man. A lot of y'all chase these niggas up out of these kids' lives. Because your ass half bit fucking crazy. You got to get yourself in alignment with you so you can hold that man down. Men don't want much. A man don't want to go nowhere. Y'all think a nigga be wanting to stick his sword everywhere. No, he don't. He don't want to be exhausting his time and his energy like that. You want one woman, maybe two or three. As he gets older, while he's young, man, come on. You want somebody that's in their 20s to be your husband, ladies, you setting yourself up for failure. That nigga gonna have more women on both hands. But most of the beautiful women that are young and fertile, they get snatched up by the time they're 24. Somebody with a big bag come and get their ass. Right? Comes and get them. Hunk, hunk. Shouts out to Anthony Davis. Y'all need to look that Anthony Davis story up. And give his woman everything in the world because he didn't have a full NBA career. He didn't have his fun. And he met the girl at the IHOP. And now they had their first baby. And he happy. And she happy. She brings out the youthfulness in him. And he brings out the wisdom in her with the things that he could guide her with. They don't want you talking about these things across their platforms. It's 555 as I tell you this. And the reason being is because your ability to reproduce outranks theirs. I told you guys earlier in monologue that many of them not born with placentas. They women don't even have placentas in their body. They want to take it from y'all. They want your placenta. Oh, we're doing it for stem search. They lying to you. These is liars. Just like they lied to you about that jab that y'all took. How the hell you gonna listen? Hey, you better take this jab or you can't work here. Are you fucking kidding me? So you mean I can't work? Nope, you can't work. You know how many people lost their life from taking that jab? I know several people that checked up out of here. They checked out. They done. Because they took that jab. Worried about their damn bills. Nobody has come out and had a press conference and said we sorry and we was fucking wrong. No one has atoned from the WHO for what was done to those people that lost their life. Period. The Nigerian sister in Houston told y'all that was some bullshit. And they tried to shroud that shit. She even went to the steps of DC, for those that remember. See, I got a memory like an elephant. I remember that sister going there. She had a couple of other, and this was a Nigerian sister. So she was a sister all the way from the motherland. Because these raggedy ass niggas that's from over here, they'll sell their people out real fucking quick. They didn't even give a damn. They knew that shit was fucking people up. Like, shit, I don't even give a damn. That Nigerian sister was like, oh, what type of human are you? You are animal to think this way. These people need to know the truth. You take a Hippocratic oath. Some of y'all don't know what the Hippocratic oath is and how hypocrisize it is to have the name Hippocratic from hypocrisies, right? They call him the god of medicine when this is the god of medicine right here on my shirt. You hear me? Imhotep. He the one that built the caduceus, which is the helix spiral that your DNA does, that the flow of tachyon and plasmatic energy does through your body. And when you piss, for the fellas, ladies, you can't see it, but for the fellas, when you urinate, you see that your piss is moving in the helix, right? He says Serapis. Yeah, Serapis was inserted. That's where the that's where the Hyksos inserted themselves into our pantheon. That's a mixture of a Saru and the bull, right? They took the bull and the Saru and tried to make a new egregor or creature. Ninji Zazita. Naira. What are you saying, Talent Share? No more now. Don't speak in code. I don't know all that stuff. I don't. You're gonna have to teach me. Anybody got any questions? Them other names are Imhotep. Okay. I didn't know that. That's not his name though. They want to get rid of the name of Imhotep in the image of him. Even in this image, they tried to brighten it up because it was too dark. They was like, yeah, we got to brighten that up. Just like Osaru. They took away the name Osaru and turned it into Osiris. Just like Isis or Osset. They turned Osset into Isis. They don't want y'all to see that sister and them thick hips she got. All that body she was wearing. They don't want you to see that. They still in our culture and covering it up with all of these fugazi ass names, right? You just answered your own question. You just answered your own question, Shamar. See, they be messing with stuff on them temple walls and they don't know what the fuck they doing because it's not in their DNA. And right now, I'll say it again, because the shit be going over your head. They're in what they're referring to as Egypt right now. They're in the occult centers, right? And they're taking the faces of the women down. They taking all of the sisters. Said, man, he said, how was it allowed? It wasn't that it was allowed. Like right now, they doing it right now. They doing it right now. They over there taking the damn the faces and bleaching it. They're repainting the faces on the wall in Egypt and making it look like some pale person. They doing that right now. And it's being allowed. You hear me? And when the Mesopotamian army came, I talked about this yesterday, Shamar. Yo, you got to take notes, brother. You got to take notes. Don't look at it as a conveniency. Like, oh, Dr. Rail here. I ain't got to take no notes. I could just sit back and just, let me blow a L. Yeah, he'll talk about it again. I miss everything. What was he saying? Y'all got to stop doing that. But I told you about the Mesopotamian army, which was led by Alexander the Fake. And they came in here and they destroyed all our records. That's how they was able to insert Serapis into the mix. That's how they was able to replace Osaru with Osiris. That's how they was able to get rid of Osset and replace it with Isis. Then they replaced that with Aphrodite, or however you say her name. Somebody asked about the goddess Sophia. That's Osset. That's between Osset and Mayat. They don't want you to know them. They're going to show you Sophia instead. And then the power, the bandwidth of energy that was coming from that was so extreme. They removed Sophia up out their pantheon. Right? There's a little pale lady over there right now. She got her hands, she doing all type of little moon spells on the goddamn temples. That's going on right now. Y'all worried about how many baby daddies Cardi B got? Y'all worried about Megan Thee Stallion and what's going on with her and Klay Thompson? What the fuck that got to do with you? We too old to be worrying about other fucking adults, man. We be over concerned about everything but ourselves. I would be remiss if I don't bring these things up. Right? I'd be remiss. We're not paying attention to the spirit, to the self. It's about time to harvest that moon energy. Oh, yeah. Anybody else, man, say harvest it. It should be coming in. And I hear what you said, though, Golden Bay. But see, people got to come join the community, man. Y'all need to come join the community so that y'all can catch up on Moon Magic Mondays. We want you to come join us so you can learn these techniques. You know, I coddle the people and I bring them through it step by step so you will know what's going on. Do I not? And then I got Ricky backing me up. Ricky there for the reminder on y'all ass. He be reminding you every day and every other day. Like, hey, we at this phase of the moon. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. You got people that's encouraging you. They want to see you evolve and elevate. They want to see your goals and your ambitions coming to fruition. Do not blow these windows of opportunity. I don't understand. A lot of people think that like they got 1,000 years to get their shit together. You don't, man. This is your wake-up call. You said that you was woke, you wanted to call yourself chosen, and they sent me before your ass. Because you the one said that you was chosen. Using all of these damn buzzwords that you hearing everybody else saying. But when somebody really do show up on your ass, you don't be ready for it. You want to bullshit and still be the body. You ain't ready to operate as a spirit. You just want to use all the terminologies and the lingo and you want to dress up like it, but you ain't ready to walk that shit. And you don't think that it's beings up there to see that? They manipulate them trickster beings, get all over your ass. I'll be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you this shit. And that's for all you young. If you 29 or under, I've been on this shit longer than you've been alive. You are not going to quantum jump past where the fuck I'm at with it. And I'm not saying that in a pissing contest way. I'm telling you in the fact that, nigga, you need to respect your elders. You need to respect somebody that then already put in the fucking sweat equity. You ain't even been initiated into nothing. You ain't been given a spiritual name by no spiritual guide or master or mystic. You self-proclaimed. You have no certificates or none of that shit. You don't know how you look to those beings on high in the higher bandwidth, in the higher ends of the spectrum. Why you think they pulling y'all ass here? They pulling you here, man. Shouts out to AB. Shouts out to my beloved brother AB, man. Shouts out to Aaron Bryant. I ain't gonna say I done said your name. My bad. Right? Shouts out to my beloved brother Aaron Bryant. We've been rocking almost 3 years too. I'm just thinking about all the people that have been around and it's just been down. My day oneers. Shouts out to Dia Oz, man. The odds, the sketches and the drawings that she was doing, that shit's so advanced now. They be like, yo, what you think? I've been flabbergasted. This after I hit you with the staff and I see how your sketches started. I see how your sketches was advanced, and I'm like, oh shit. I just be looking forward to see whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But that shit started off one way. You need to show them, D. Put that in the group. Show them how it was before you got hit with the staff, or even before you put the tech on. And then after, it went to a whole nother level. I was like, damn. Like, I'll be speechless a lot. I don't know what to say. I don't know what the fuck to say. I was like, damn, I don't know what to say about this shit. You might want me to say something, but I don't be knowing what the fuck to say. She said, so much clarity now. Straight up, man. Straight up and down. Peace and love, beloved. But it's not a game, man. And see, originally, I used to do this for people that was already dialed in. I only made tech pieces for people that was dialed in. I only did pyramids for people that knew how to do Reiki. And like, if you wasn't already tapped in, I didn't even want to fuck with you. I didn't even want to talk to you. And not in no arrogant way. It's just that people was vibrating too low. But as I got older and responsible with the knowledge that I have, I said somebody has to come out here and say, because there was too many women. Thank you, Divine Empress. There was too many women that were being victimized by these witch covens. There's too much of that shit going on. And then when I became a victim, right? Because yeah, Dr. Ray done been a victim too. I told her I've been on this shit 29 years. That's when I realized, I was like, you know what? I got to figure this shit out and start getting in alignment with myself so that I can reach out to the people that's looking. You're welcome, beloved. Start reaching out to the people before they get victimized by some of these witches and warlocks. And a lot of time they already be placed in your life and you don't even know it. You don't even be knowing that shit. I just watched something last night. I want to say it's called 24/7 murder trial or some bullshit on YouTube. And they show you people on social media that have relationships and they end up, you know, they try to live their life through social media and one of the man always end up killing a woman or whatever, right? But what happened in one of the episodes that I had playing while I was doing something else, because I'd be multitasking, and the girl had put a spell. She went to a practitioner and put a spell on her boyfriend so he couldn't make no money. You hear me? So he went to a practitioner and had the spell reversed. And all the shit that came out of that ended up to him murdering her. Her saying something that made him murder her. Right? Not that he wanted to, but she took him there. You shouldn't. Don't be playing like that. These women out there damn mind are sisters. I'm just keeping it 10K. And half of it ain't y'all fault. I told y'all they over there fucking with them temples and them pyramids over there. This how they fucking with you, because they want your fucking they want your placenta. You under 25, they trying to buy your eggs from you. Come on, man. I'm not lying to y'all. Goddamn. Y'all gonna wait until they start sniping and hunting your ass down for your eggs and your placenta. And then you're gonna be like, damn, I should have listened to Dr. Ray. Stop waiting for shit to happen. Stop waiting for that shit. Stop waiting for stuff to knock on your door to decide, oh man, I need to get spiritually in tune. It's too late then. It's too late. They be waiting until the shit about the shit hit the fan. Now, oh, help me. It's too late. I should have came to you a year ago. What you was waiting for? I don't know. Come on, man. I'm not the person to play with. When y'all come out to these events, I tell you, if you in front of me and I tell you some shit, and you ask for my advice and I tell you what to do, move on that shit. Don't be like, oh man, I'm gonna wait another time. I like what I got going on. Don't do that dumb shit. Don't wait, because people don't get to cross me. It's a it's a privilege to cross paths with me. I'm not somebody you just gonna bump into every day. I'm not. I am an anomaly in the terror matrix. If you run across me in real time, then you need to fucking go ahead and ask your question when you see me. And if you do have some, want some suggestions or some advice, when you see me, do not blow that opportunity. Take full advantage of that opportunity and move on the things that I tell you if you ask me a particular question. Move on that shit. Do not be fucking playing with it. We got to get out of this idealistic, lofty daydream type consciousness and start living in fucking reality. Start taking practical, conventional, reasonable approaches towards our destiny. Because if we're not doing that, what the fuck you come here for? You're letting down the ancestors in the ventricle lines of your family tree. Because the beast's rule is up, y'all. Their rule is up. That's how come a lot of y'all starting to awaken. Because the rule is up. But now you got all this shit on your desk that they done left you with. And it's up to you. It ain't up to no God. It ain't up to Jesus. See, you've been conditioned to think that something else is going to do it for you. Something else is going to save you other than yourself. I'm going to say that again. You think that Jesus is going to do it. You think that God is going to do it. Right? You think that some fucking spooky force that's beyond the visible spectrum is going to step down and do that shit for you. No, you got to fucking do it. That's why you came here. Out of 777,777,777 sperm cells, you made it out. Out of all of those sperm cells, the probabilities of that inception is less than the odds of you hitting the Mega Millions lottery 12 times in your fucking lifetime. So you defy probability to be here. You better do something besides scratching your ass, eating them Cheetos and farting in the couch. You're going to have to do more than that. You're going to have to do more, and you're worth more. You're more valuable than that. You're a living commodity. You go to the QT, ain't nobody there. You're like, damn, ain't nobody at the QT? You go into the QT, you grab you a bag of chips and some zoom zooms and wham whams, and you look up that boom, 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 boom. About 7 or 8 people come in the store all of a sudden. You go outside, it's somebody at all the damn pumps all of a sudden. That's because you showed up. That's your power that you don't even know how to harness and use to your advantage. That's something that shows up in the visible spectrum. That ain't some invisible osmosis. That's right there in your fucking face. And that's the page I got my students on. Like, yo, man, take the practical approach. Don't get spooky. Don't get speculative. Don't be reaching. A lot of people like to reach and try to guess. You know what I mean? You doing all of that, you ain't doing it right. You shouldn't have to guess. You shouldn't have to speculate. You shouldn't have to overthink. You should be operating with a gnosis. And if all you know is 1, 2, 3, ABC, that's good enough. At least you know that. Stay with what you know. No more belief. Beliefs are over. Belief is a 6 ether albino frequency. Faith is a 6 ether Asiatic black man frequency, right? Gnosis and knowing operates on a 9 ether frequency. You are a fact-based being. You're not a belief-based being. You're not a faith-based being. You come from the omnipresence. You have an all-knowing in your psychic center. And you down here on earth trying to act like you got faith. You're doing yourself a disservice. Anybody got any questions before we get on up out of here? I got to let this phone charge up. We're going to continue on the YouTube. It'll be 8 o'clock Central Standard. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Central Standard. Because I'm about to make the YouTube crash. That's my whole plan, is to make the YouTube. I just uploaded yesterday's live on the YouTube. All the lives from this week, everything that I don't say for subscribers, for all my subscribers, salute to my subscribers. You got to go to my page and peruse through the page and see all of the sub-only videos. It's a litany of videos up there for y'all. They done made me stop putting up sub videos for y'all. That's why I put that shit on YouTube now. So get on the YouTube. If you missed the lives from earlier this week, I'm uploading them. You know what I mean? I'm crashing my phones and everything to upload these get all of this content out there. Because people need to get off this bullshit. I can't believe the things that people are focusing and putting their attention on, right? But we will have clarity in this great day and time called New Tare. Join us March the 7th and the 8th for the 1089 seminar. We will have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. It's too late, man. It's time to get off here. We answer that question on the what's the name? He says, seeing Revelations 12:1. That's 12:7. We'll go through that right quick for you, SG. SG rock with the platform. All right. Yeah, that's Revelations 12:7, not 12:1. And I'm saying at the purple end of the spectrum, that's the angelic realm. And in Revelation 12:7, it's showing you that it was a war going on in the angelic realm. They tell you the heavens, but it was going on in the angelic realm between the archangel Michael and his angels and Satan and his angels that were called dragons. And what they were doing was they were warring over the hearts and minds of humans. Right? The archangel Michael said that they deserved to have access to their divinity. And Satan said that no, they need to have access to their emotions. They need to rule over their thoughts, their emotions, and their desires. When the archangel Michael asked Satan, how come you think that should be, why do you want them to just focus on their emotions and their thoughts and their desires? And he said, I don't want them to think that they could be eye to eye with me. I don't need nobody that's down here in the red, the visible end, thinking that they could contend with an angel and tap into their divinity. And right there, Mike smacked the shit out of his ass. Like, nigga, come on, we going to war, nigga. So they were warring over control of your heart. One being wanted control, the other one didn't want control. Right? So I hope that answers your question, SG. Right? And I want to take this down off the board, but I can't take it down because ain't nobody asking the right question for it to come down. Somebody asked yesterday, but I had already covered that stuff in the previous live. That's why I didn't take it down. So you're going to have to wait for that upload to the YouTube.